Hey, what's up guys, my name is Brett, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another Duel Links video. Today, Dark Zane has arrived in Duel Links with the Cyberdark Impact Zane Truesdale Strikes event again. And we're going to do our usual video. I haven't done one of these in a while for an event, and I kind of miss doing them, so we can do the usual event review and how to farm video in one video. So we're going to go over how to farm Zane first, and then I'll go over his rewards afterwards, because I think more people want to see how to farm him. And today we're going to be using the Paradox Brothers once again to farm Zane, very similarly to how we farmed Leo. Running a ton of draw power, Labyrinth Builder so we can set up a nice big wall, and we also have, this time, Zombie World, because Zombie World will change all the monsters in the graveyards to zombie type. So Zane can't use his dragons as material for his Cyberdark monsters to make them gain attack points. So it makes them a lot less deadlier and means things like Cyberdark Dragon and Cyberdarkness Dragon aren't as powerful. We're also using Spirit Barrier to negate any attacks towards our life points, because we're always going to have a big wall in our field, so as long as that wall doesn't get taken down, we're good on the life point front. So this should be a fairly straightforward farm. I've done it once so far, and I think this is the same deck that I used last time. So as we can see, we've got his new rewards here. We'll go over them at the end of the video afterwards. After this farm, Underworld Dragon level 40. Let's take a look and see exactly how this farm deck works. Okay, going first against Zane. Let's see what this can do. Right, so we drew okay actually, because we can activate our skill Labyrinth Builder, and we can actually put one Planet Pathfinder and one Gravekeeper's Vassal back into the deck, and that's going to give us our Labyrinth Wall. We can then use our Pathfinder, which we only have 3 of in the deck, to search out for our 1 copy of Zombie World. So now we're in the best, worst possible scenario, because if we opened with our Spirit Barrier as well, we'd be golden the entire farm. But now Zane can still attack us directly with Cyberdark Edge. The difference is he can only deal us 400 attack points per turn. And the fact he has Cyberdark Inferno is just going to mean that this farm is going to take longer than usual, because he will, for no reason, keep recycling through his Cyberdark monsters, and it's going to get very annoying very quickly. So we're just going to play Goblin Housekeeping, see if we can draw into anything real quick here. It doesn't really matter about Magic Planter. Only real good for that is just to get more draw power, so as soon as you get 2 Spirit Barriers, you get rid of 1, and then you just draw 2 cards. So let's see, can we draw into a... No, we've got more Jar of Greeds. The first time I actually ran this farm, I ran it with 1 less draw power, because I accidentally put a... what's the one? A Massive Morph instead of a Jar of Greed. So we had 1 less draw power. More draw power again with the Goblin Housekeeping. Zane again attacking in with the Cyberdark Edge, I think it is. So we drew into one of our final turn play cards, which means we can just put that back into the deck. Come on, let's see real quick. Right, I'm just going to do it now. Goblin Housekeeping, doesn't matter when you do it. He has no back row removal, so you should be fine. Again, not drawing into anything. We are getting closer and closer down to hitting those Spirit Barriers. So hopefully we can draw one very soon. And Eating Ants, again another one of our final combo play cards, which if you see in the Leo farm, you'll know exactly why we're using it. So Jar of Greed, going to go in again and get a new card, Spirit Barrier. You can be it. There we go. There's our Spirit Barrier. So from now on, Zane isn't going to be able to do us any damage. We're also going to be able to get the comeback victory bonus, I think it is, because we have got less life points. So now we are kind of set for the rest of the farm. We can now just kind of chill. We can activate our Spirit Barrier and just basically play it out. He can't really do anything. He's going to play Polarization to go into Cyberdark Dragon, but he can't do anything. He can't equip anything from the graveyard, because we do have Zombie World on the field, which is I believe it's a Bones level up reward, I think. So if you haven't had Bones, then you might want to try and go in with him a little bit. But there you go, look, Cyberdark Dragon only at 1400 attack. Can't really do much. Again, 2 Exploder Dragons, which we're not going to attack into that, so we're not going to be triggering its effect, which is great. I'm going to put Unit Attack back to the bottom of the deck. Surprisingly, all of our Spirit Barriers were pretty much at the bottom of the deck. Planet Pathfinder again. Our next card is going to be guaranteed to be another Spirit Barrier, which we can use to tribute off with Magic Planter to gain 2 extra cards in our hand. And apologies if the background lighting kind of changes. It's quite early in the morning for me, so you're going to see the sun slowly light up the room. But let's see. Okay, here we go. Spirit Barrier. We can now set you face down, and then this turn we can actually play Magic Planter. That's going to let us tribute our Spirit Barrier on the field currently. We now have more than enough cards in our hands, so we're going to discard our 2 Planet Pathfinders, because we don't need them anymore. And as soon as this turn starts, we're going to play... we don't even need to, we're just going to have Spirit Barrier anyway. And now our final turn play can begin. So, Shield and Sword to change the attack and defense round. Look, my room is becoming... I am God. I am becoming ever much brighter by the second. I'm going to go quickly, change the blinds around, and then we'll come back to the video. Okay, so now we're back. We're back with the farm. We've done our... What have we done? We've done the Shield and Sword, okay. So now we can use the Anteater Eating Ant, get rid of Zombie World and Spirit Barrier to summon him out in attack mode. Then we're going to play the Vassal, and then it's just standard farming from then on. We're going to be playing Secret Paths to the Treasures, equip you to Vassal, then play our Union attack, and attack directly with Vassal, and that should give us at least 8,000 points. We have the 1,000 point bonus going on currently, so that's going to always pretty much guarantee our farms are going to be successful. But let's see what score we get at the end of this and see if we get any of Zane's new reward drops, and then we're going to go talk about them and talk about this event in general. So let's see. Did we get anything good? We got 9,100 points, 8,100 without the bonus. That's good. So as soon as the event bonus does go away, we got a ton of points there. We got... Okay, we're now 403,000 points deep into the event, and that was only on ×1. So it's kind of crazy. But let's quickly go over the event rewards, see what we get. So missions have actually changed. They've actually replaced all of them with gems, which is great. There's no EX jewels this event, so that's actually really good for us, because when you're farming Zane, you now have a higher chance of gems dropping, because obviously EX jewels are no longer in the pool, so now gems can drop a little bit more often, and that's always a good thing. Then if we go to the Underworld Duel event, we have a ton of stuff here. So again, a lot more gems, a lot of gems. We're getting a Cyberdark Impact at 200,000 points, sorry. Then we're getting, what else are we getting? We're getting a Horn at 500,000, a Edge at 900,000, a Keel at 1.15 million. Wow, okay. And then one of the new cards, Cyberdark Cannon, which is really nice at 1.4 million. Then 2.2 million Cyberdark Claw, and then of course we're going into Cyberdark Dragon and Cyberdarkness Dragon towards the end of the actual thing. We're also getting a skill. We're getting a skill called Cyberdark Style, which isn't the Cyber Dragon skill we all kind of hoped for. It is the one that when you take 1,800 points of damage in draw phase, instead of doing a normal draw a random Cyberdark monster. So not the best, and it is going to be made available for free probably when Zane becomes a gate drop, right? Just like a gate duelist for the entire community to have. So that's going to be coming at some point, but still not great. But let's talk about Zane's new cars, starting with Cyberdark Cannon. So the new Cyberdarks are actually dragons, which means they're perfect targets for Horn, Edge, and Keel. If this card is sent to the graveyard while equipped to a monster, you can draw one card. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. You can discard this card from your hand, add one machine type Cyberdark from your deck to your hand, so it is a searcher. Or during damage calc, if a monster equipped this card battles, you can send one monster from your deck to the graveyard. So again, putting dragons in your graveyard to use next turn when you summon a Cyberdark monster. Really good card. Then we're also getting Cyberdark Claw, again another dragon. This card is sent to the graveyard while equipped to a monster. You can target one Cyberdark in your graveyard, add it to your hand, so a recycler, great. You can discard this card, add one Cyberdark spell or trap from your deck to your hand. At the moment we only have Cyberdark Impact, because we don't actually have Cyberdark Inferno, which would make the deck much more consistent and more playable, but unfortunately right now we don't have it, which is a real shame, but it would be nice if we got that at some point in the future. Or during damage count, if a monster equipped with this card battles, you can send one monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. Now, this might not make a lot of sense to you guys, but it makes a lot of sense for both Cyberdark Dragon and Cyberdarkness Dragon, because Cyberdarkness Dragon, those dragons, can take any dragon, not just like a level 3 or lower. So you could send a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon from your deck to the graveyard, and then equip it with this guy, and have it gain 4,500 attack points and be absolutely mental in strength, which is going to be a nice fun strategy to play around with in the ladder. And obviously it's not going to win any tournaments or shake the meta up anyway, but it's going to be a fun deck to play just to get out this big 6,500 point monster on the field. Really cool. So Again, gains the original attack of the equipped monster. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can send one equipped card you control to the graveyard, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. So it's kind of a whiz, in the same way that Whiz discards from the hand for spell and traps. Cyber Darkness discards from the field, from the spell and trap card zone for anything, which is really nice because that basically means that you can put your Cyberdark cannons and your claws into the graveyard, because it will be sent to the graveyard equipped to a monster. So I believe that's how it works, is if it's sent to the graveyard. Like if you say you did Cyberdark's Dragon and then you targeted Cyberdark Claw, or Cyber Cannon, sorry, then you could draw one card with that as well. So a really fun little deck, and hopefully we do get Cyberdark Inferno at some point. And I know I'm very dark right now, I went from really light to very dark. I apologise for the lighting in this video, but that is going to be it for today's Duel Links video. Coming after this, we're going to have the first of a few videos, I think, covering the new mini box, which seems like a fun mini box rather than a meta changing one. It seems like it's going to be very fun, and we're going to go over the super rares and URs in one video, and then I'm going to do some more archetype specific videos after that. Hope you guys are looking forward to that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next Duel Links video. See you then.